Welcome back to Brotherly Advice. 2024.
New year, new me, new vibes.
New year, new you.
2024 is looking great.
It's looking wonderful. I feel like the light at the end of the tunnel. It's not. I know it's not this light.
It's only been a couple days.
I know. I feel free. I feel like.
I know, like the energy shifted a little
like,
bit.
Weight is. I'm not sure if it's just because we're still like in the holiday vibe. We're not back in the groove of going back to work, going to school, going whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it's that groove that's not hasn't started yet, or if we're just in the holiday spirits. Everyone's just very feeling jolly, but clearly not everyone's feeling jolly because not everyone was tipping jolly today at work. They were very.
They weren't tipping.
They were very stingy with their money today. I was like, "Hi, welcome back to Scooters. How may I help you?" And I'm like, "Okay, anything else?" Right? And then, all right, you can scoot on down to the window whenever you're ready. Girl, it wouldn't tip. It would be so nice, so friendly, smiling. I'd be like, yes, of course, anything else. Nothing.
Sucks for you.
Yes. I only walked out of there. I worked for 4 hours, and I walked out with $4.
You made an extra $1 an hour.
Basically. Hey, bud, $4 is $4. I'm not complaining.
Somebody call off? You weren't supposed to work today.
I was-
or that day.
No. Emily.
Oh, well.
I was
quick.
like, bendito sea Señor. Bendito sea Dios.
Mi Dios
Mi
Padre.
Dios Padre que me dio la abundancia.
Entramos en 2024 llenos de puro dinero.
Lleno de abundancia de la holiday pay.
Moon.
But yeah.
I worked too. I worked at Starbucks. I worked at the other coffee shop in town. And they were tipping pretty well, but we work for rich ass people, so that was it. Today was pretty, I was like tired. I didn't get home until like 4 a.m. Didn't hit the bed until like 5.
Wait, and why? We got home at 3:40ish. Went to bed at 4, whatever. So why a whole another hour for you? ¿Qué estabas haciendo?
I had a shower.
I
was showering.
You were not showering.
I didn't shower. I didn't wash my hair.
That hair is the same hair from yesterday.
Crusty hair. Yesterday's hair.
But
me metí más o menos a bañar because I felt like gross. Like, I mean, I had worked that day, and then I literally I got home. I changed and I redid my face and my hair, and then I went over to our aunt's house. So it's kind of like I didn't even get a chance to shower properly. Más ahí donde no apestara y no perfume.
Well, why did that take an hour?
So I was really tired. I was like, and I had to like wash my face.
If I was really tired, I'd just be quick and done with it.
No, I want to do my skincare too. I can't mess up on the skincare.
Well, how do you feel New Year's felt?
Once New Year's, I think it was pretty nice. I had fun.
I had a fun idea. Yes.
It was just like,
hey, look, last of us were like, we're not going.
Yeah.
But we went.
I had fun.
It was okay.
I quit my job.
He quit his other
job. I quit my other job and go work for a really nice person. I know. I saw. He came into this coffee shop. He came, hold on.
¿Cómo te sientes, hermano? ¿Cómo?
It's like a weight lifted off my shoulders completely. Ya, métemelo por la pinche nariz, ya.
I'm trying to think your thoughts.
Trying to see your thoughts.
¿Cómo te sientes? Yo soy el entrevistador.
Bueno.
Tú nomás quédate allí y yo te entrevisto.
Esa es la entrevista con Arain Martínez.
Entrevista con Arain. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How do you feel now that you're leaving that shitty ass job in 2023 and 2024 you're starting a fresh new job, getting paid? Do you mind?
Big boy money.
Big boy money. Okay, so how do you feel?
I right now I'm kind of like over the moon. I'm kind of over the moon right now because it's crazy. Like,
what do you mean it's crazy?
It's like how the universe works out, because I was already planning on leaving this job. By the way, I left the furniture store. So I was planning on leaving the furniture store already.
A certain furniture.
Like
So we're not gonna
I
say
was
it.
already like my
I
mind
guess we're
was
too famous to say.
my mind was set. My mind was ready to go. So I just leave. There was an incident that happened the Friday before that's this Friday that just passed.
Just
Was
say
just like
it. Just say it. Just say it.
no no
It's
no.
okay. Say
Like
it.
I'm not gonna bash on it
Don't
because
bash on it. Just say what your experience was. It
well
was really funny
hold on.
in my eyes.
I mean it was funny in my eyes too.
When I walked to him in the kitchen and he was all pissed at my mom. I was like, "Why are you yelling at your mom for? What did she do?"
I was letting my rage out. No, okay. So the incident that happened the Friday before New Year's was kind of the most stupidest thing I've ever had gone through. Like I'm telling you guys, I've been working since I was 16. Never in my life been written up. Never in my life have been yelled out the way I've been yelled out since I started
There.
this company, and it took me back because like my boss at the time was just like I don't know if she was just power tripping or if she was just like
Racist.
kind of like it kind of gave me like a racy vibe to it because I'm the only Hispanic there. I'm the only one that speaks Spanish in that company, which is just kind of like, are you doing this because you're trying to get rid of me? Are you trying or what
Like,
is
are you
your
trying to make my life miserable or something?
like? Why are you being this way towards me?
Like he'll like I feel like sometimes she'll pick you out.
She does. She. I would sometimes feel like I was like singled out,
Or maybe
or try to make to look dumb, but at the same time, like it's me. So like I would just joke around and
or
like.
like maybe knowing her, she'll be like, "This kid looks like he's gonna take over my job." So like, let me just like,
I mean, baby girl, if you can't do your job, you can't do your job,
I
right?
don't know.
So this Friday I got yelled at like in front of everybody, which I was just like
Not
what
having
the
it.
heck.
Mhm.
Um, we obviously if you're like in a position of power, like you don't do that, right? So I asked calmly if we could go into the office to have this discussion, and she proceeded to be like, no. So I was just like, okay, fine. And I walked away. I was gonna walk away, and she like grabbed, like she literally just like stopped me again and like told me to go into the office. So we went to the office.
That's so pointless.
I
I can
know.
see that in the cameras. It's just I'll be like,
I mean, I was trying to be the bigger person. Like I was trying to like
you were trying to be the manager at that moment,
no,
and
like
she was the crazy
I'm not a
employee.
confrontation. I can be confrontational, but at the same time, like I know how I am, and I don't want to offend. Like I don't want to use words that I
Big,
don't
big boy word.
like offend people. You know, like I want to be like
Not work appropriate words.
right. If you're gonna have a discussion, might as well let it be a constructive one, not
Not a blob.
yeah. So in the heat of the moment, I said some things,
That needed to be
that
said.
probably needed to be said, but at the same time, like I was just like very much like over this situation because it's been happening for a while. Like it's been happening since like I've been singled out and stuff, and
It's
like
toupee.
yeah. So
It's toupee. It's very
oh
much.
my gosh, dude,
Sorry.
don't worry about your toupee. This is yesterday's hair too,
It is yesterday's hair.
so
It still has
don't
mousse.
don't be calling me out for my
It has
hair.
mousse in it, and well, like toupee. Ooh, it's gonna. Okay,
Anyways,
sorry.
so that happened. So Friday, so I let Friday happen, and then after she proceeded to yell at me, and like we had this like full on discussion. She acted like nothing happened.
She's like, so hi, Dario.
Yeah, and I was just like,
She's like, Dario, look at this, frappe.
no, literally, that wasn't at it wasn't at the coffee shop. It was literally at
No,
the furniture store.
I know, but
Oh,
like, she's like, look at that,
and I was just
because I
like,
remember you told me now ever since like you started working at Starbucks
uh-huh.
that she's been like, oh my god, look at that Starbucks recipe.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay. So like literally, I had to fake it. I was like, haha, yeah, right, huh? And I was just like,
So you
and
find
but in my head, I was just like, this fucking bitch. So I was just like, whatever.
me? I've been over the moon. I've been great. I've been very
I
much.
thought we were talking about me right now.
Oh,
I'm still
oh,
wasn't done.
oh, you're still wasn't
No,
done.
yeah.
Oh,
So
oh, hurry
back
up.
to me.
Okay.
Back to me.
I thought, yeah, nah. Anyway, cerrando entrevistas con Arain.
So
Go.
Friday happened. The weekend happened. So I was off Saturday, Sunday, Monday today. You know, yeah, guess with that. So I kind of made up my mind today that I'm gonna call off tomorrow, use some vacation hours, and then never come back.
As you should.
And that is my way of quitting. Why?
Usually, it's not your way of quitting.
Huh? Usually,
Usually.
no. I would like be very respectful. Like I do want to like a 2 week notice, and like, I would do that. Not for this company. I'm sorry.
Is that how you quit McDonald's? 2 week notice?
Yeah, for McDonald's I gave a 2 week notice.
Honestly, I don't know how
For
you quit.
Hollister I gave a 2 week notice. For the other store that I work for, I still work there, so I'm only down to like 1 day a month. But usually I do tend to give a 2 week notice. Like it's very much like I have respect for my boss, but I generally don't care about this person, so I don't really could care less if this person proceeds to like
She doesn't.
struggle.
She really doesn't need 2 weeks to replace you.
Exactly. So it's whatever. So now I'm like super excited to start this new opportunity that has presented itself. And I was not looking for it like that. That's the thing. Like I was gonna go work full time at the coffee shop.
And he was scared about it.
I mean, I wasn't scared.
You were scared.
I was
You
just
were
more nervous
nervous.
that the pay was not gonna. I was gonna have to cut
But,
back
like,
on some spending, very
well,
very much so, which
yes,
I can do.
yes, but also
I
like
can ramen noodle it
at
for
the
a while,
it doesn't really matter.
but at the same time, I was
We
just like,
also we all know you're not gonna ramen noodle it.
I am
You
gonna
will
ramen
you
noodle.
will literally
Okay,
you
I
will
would
literally
starve.
you will literally
I would
cut your
literally starve.
light bill and be like, okay, let me not use light anymore, and so you can just continue with your protein.
So we're gonna
and
walk it,
things.
walk her in the dark.
With you, yes.
So
I say you very much worry about a lot about money, but at the end of the day, like I know money pays your bills and money does this and money controls a lot of things out in
Mhm.
society. But if you're not happy, why the be in it? Like you were in there 10 months and you tortured yourself for 10 months.
But look at what's happening now. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Like the universe has like its balances.
yes, it
So
does.
like
So
so
hopefully
maybe I
this
needed to go through this
to
to
learn,
learn something, which
which was what,
I learned a lot of
which was what,
humility.
humility,
Humility. I
humility,
learned how to be humble.
humble,
Humility.
humble.
I also learned that just because somebody is in a position of power does not mean you treat people like shit. Obviously, but I knew that since day one, so it's kind of like you know.
Sometimes you
Um.
can be sometimes a bitch
Okay, but that's just
when
me
you're in
though.
power.
But now, okay, I get my own office, I have my own little desk.
It says Dario CM.
uh,
Or does he do
and
not get a name tag?
I think I have to go down and name tag. Hopefully, I get a name
Dario
tag.
Casa Martinez, so it's gonna take like a whole big.
It's gonna take the whole desk.
It's gonna be.
So I get
It's
to
gonna be
go.
this
So I
small.
get to go work for this lawyer, and like that's like a big boy position. You know, like I'm very excited to get this started, see where it
So
goes. I will have to learn the. I do have to learn the lingo,
you have to learn law.
like the law. Not
You'll get the
exactly
hang of it.
like just the language of it.
You know what I've noticed? That
I
I'm
get to
not.
be like Kim K.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's our family. It's very well. Our family very. You know how our family is very work,
Mm-hmm.
um, positive and whatever.
We hustle.
We hustle a lot, but like, I feel like when we're just thrown in a scenario, like we know how to work it out. We try to work it out. We
Mm-hmm.
work it out our best way. Like that's what I've noticed about us and your mom and your dad. And I'm just like we're very like we melt in with others, like and try to learn and try to like
Mm-hmm.
adapt and quickly and like we
Oh,
quickly
that's
adapt.
life. You know, like that's what I'm telling you. I'm taking this as a blessing from the universe because I was not looking. Like I was already set. I was like
You were set in stone.
setting in my head that okay, I will have to cut back.
Why are we yelling? Why are we
I
yelling?
am taking this pay cut,
Yeah,
but it's probably I'm gonna be happier. I'm gonna be like
jollier.
not so stressed. Not overwhelmed and not wanting to cry and not hating my life. Um, and now the universe has presented this job opportunity for me that I'm very very grateful for, and I am excited to learn more. That's always been my goal because I mean, money wise, I did stop school.
Ah, not full American learning law. Not full American being in law.
Exactly. Um, I stopped going to school just because there's no money. Like I guess there's scholarships and stuff, but like you can't bet your whole entire school career on just like, oh, I'm gonna get this scholarship. Like you can't guarantee that you're gonna get that scholarship, right? And people are like, oh, why didn't you do the fast for? Like, I'm a doctor student. Like I'm literally not. I don't get government help
Yeah.
whatsoever. So even if I fill it out and I'm able to get some money, they won't give me money. So now this opportunity
Which sucks.
that can lead up to be something more because I feel like it seems interesting to me.
But
It's
like,
very
what will you
interesting.
have to go to school in order to be there? Like, what do you have to be like a little class at Ivy Tech in order to
I
like?
don't know.
No, So you
No,
just get thrown into
but
there.
yeah, you kind of just do get thrown into it, but at the same
That's
time, like
so
I
dope.
think me nace de mí querer aprender más. You know,
Yeah.
I do want to learn more about it, like get more
Or sometimes it's
familiar.
just fight or flight situations.
Yeah,
Situations
but
where you're
like
just like trying to
you
grasp.
learn as you go, you know. So I'm excited. Like I said, I don't want to stop learning ever. So this is another opportunity for me to learn something new, something that can actually open so many much more doors to what my possibilities of doing.
Your puzzles are endless.
Yeah, at
Honest.
this point, it is. I feel like like God, universe, whoever, whatever you believe in,
Who else are out
it
there?
has definitely like looked at my struggle and said, okay, this kid has gone through a lot. Let me just throw him a bone. Like this last 10 months have been hell for him, and I'm over here like
And you're like, I fucked that shit bone up in 10 seconds. Where's my other bone?
so I'm very very grateful. I've my new boss has been super nice so far,
You're like, ooh.
which I
You're like, give
get.
me free money.
No, it's not that. But
Sugar
like
daddy.
he came into the coffee shop today and he was just like, "Do you sell coffee here?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, of course we do." Like, duh. But like he was joking around. Like he said hi and everything.
Hey,
So
we're
he
gonna be
my other
friendly.
boss wasn't like
She
that.
wasn't not like that. She would be like,
Yeah.
she'll probably make your life. She intentionally made your life, your coffee shop life, worse.
Yeah,
She's like, "Can I
exactly.
have a macchiato upside down and shaken with shaken espresso and
And take the Aki and then put it in more extra audio and then
like like
and then take the
okay.
audio out, but like I just want milk and I'm just like but then put the espresso back in and then like shake it and then
Oh yeah, and just a splash of almond milk
yeah, just a splash.
and just a
Sorry. Technical difficulties. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm excited. That's my life right now, guys. That's a quick little life update.
You hit my mic.
What are you doing?
Wow.
¿Cómo te sientes?
Me siento. Pido cámara y doble mic. Me siento ahorita en el momento. Me siento muy afortunado, muy agradecido a
Ujú.
Dios. O a Dios, ¿verdad? Yo soy más creencia en Dios, ¿verdad? But whatever you believe in. That's going good. That 2024, I like the moment that we stepped into 2024, I was just like, it was just very much like weight off my it was off my shoulder. It was just very much like
Did you close the chapter?
I did close a chapter, and I'm so proud of myself, and I feel like very much. Look, I want to cry.
Ah.
I'm like, it's definitely gonna be very. I feel like 2024 is very gonna. It's gonna be a very positive me and a very happy me again. It's not gonna be very much. It's not gonna be like okay, like I just want to go to bed. That's it. Even though I was just sleeping, I am very tired, but no más cuando.
Yeah, I had to wake his ass up
Yeah, you
before
did.
this.
Yeah, but like I feel happy, and I actually feel like there's a lot. There's gonna be a lot to offer 2024, and hopefully, like I get to a lot of offers in 2024, and then I get to just be live in the moment, and that's about it. Thank you.
Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, like I said, like the energy did shift a little
It
bit.
shifted.
I mean, I don't know how you all felt,
I
but
feel like
I felt like it did a little quick turn and went. Hold up.
have you seen that TikTok where she's looking down and she's like, I think you have to turn right here, and then and then it cuts to them. Oh no, I missed the turn. Hold on. And then the next pictures are them like flying in the
Oh my
car and then
no,
flying
the
out
one
and
that
then
I can
flying
think
outside and then flying like in the sunroof or something with their leg up.
no, the one I can think of is that little Asian lady from Family Guy, and she's like, "Take the turn now," and she's like, "Okay," and then good luck everybody else, and then she goes,
And she turned like 4 lanes.
"Yeah, I'm gonna turn now. Good luck everybody else," and like she's like on the far like left lane, and
And
she's,
she's on the front, right?
yeah. So I was just like,
Um,
oh, okay. That's literally how 20 when the clock hit 12. That's how I felt. You know, I was
Good
very
luck, everybody!
yeah. Any ritual you did for 2024?
2024, I just shoved grapes down my throat. I like,
She said,
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It was giving. It brought a little bit of trauma, but like, I'm used to it. It's okay.
So we did that.
Yeah, I still feel a grip right here. I'm
I
like,
did the dollar bill in your shoe. Like you put a dollar or any amount of
but
currency
I was
in
gonna
your
do that
shoe.
too. But I wasn't sure what shoe.
Yeah, it had to be your right shoe, like your
Oh,
right leg,
I
like
didn't know
right side, because
what
we step with the right a lot.
I didn't know what foot it was. I was like,
I mean,
let me not do it so I don't
right.
curse myself.
And then I make sure my wallet had money in it. I had $100 bill in it. 'Cause we rich. You know, we're
I don't
manifesting
even have a wallet.
abundance this year. But yeah. So how do you feel? Like, I don't know.
It's been a roller coaster.
It's been a roller coaster this last couple
This is a big.
months.
This is a long. How long are we at?
For what?
This life update's taking forever.
I'm sorry.
We're not even into
We're
the
at 20
podcast.
minutes.
Ooh, we're not
But
even to the full gist of it.
the whole the center of it all. Also, like now that I realize it's January 1st, like it's Dad's Day is coming up closer
February
and closer.
7th.
Yeah. Right now we would have been this is like the month that he stayed in the hospital. Yeah. So stuff like that still comes to mind.
I still can't believe that whatever under what condition your dad was, he's tried to live his best.
Yeah,
He
but like
lived for what? How many days?
it was a month. It was a month
A
and
month?
7 days.
Yeah.
But the thing is, during that whole month, he was in a coma.
He was in a coma. He was in a coma for 2 weeks.
No, he was in that whole month. It was a whole month of
No,
January. It was a whole month of January. Literally towards the end, like maybe the last week of January, they
No.
let him wake up.
I don't remember that.
I do. I do.
I maybe fact checked it. That's fact checked. Let's see.
He has to call mom for everything.
Yes, I do.
I was literally there.
No, you weren't.
I was.
You were there for like the first part. And you were
No,
never
I
there
was
for the
literally
last.
there. I was there every second. I think she's showering.
Mami,
Mande.
¿qué te estás haciendo?
Me acabo de salir de bañar.
Ok. Te tengo una pregunta.
Oh,
Ok, so entonces cuando, ¿cuánto mi papá duró en la coma cuando cayó? Duró como nomás 2 semanas, ¿no?
No, casi duró un mes.
no, porque le daban o sea que era para bajarle la presión, era por eso lo sedaban y cuando se le empezaba a quitar lo sedado, le volvían a poner así
Pero
que,
¿cuánto duró en eso?
Por eso digo, es como un coma que lo pusieron.
como 15 días lo dejaron así.
2 semanas.
Casi
3 semanas, hijo.
Es un mes.
15
No.
días.
3 semanas, hijo, 3 semanas.
Really? Porque yo no me cuadro. Yo me cuadro cuando pues.
O sea que las 2 semanas sí lo ponían, las 2 semanas sí lo dejaban seguir, o sea que yo digo que le ponían cierto medicamento para mantenerlo todo el día. Y a la tercera semana cuando íbamos, a veces ya lo dejaban un ratito despierto y yo me imagino que en la noche lo volvían a sedar. Porque así pasó cuando una noche que me quedé, lo sedaron toda la noche y estaba dormido. Y otro día, pues ya se le empezaba a cortar y ya abría los ojos y fue cuando yo vi que lo sedaban como toda la noche. Pero así fue puede decir que 3 semanas, porque ya cuando fuimos a la tercera semana, ya a veces ya lo encontrábamos despierto o a veces estaba despertando le decían que era por lo que lo sedaban para bajarle la presión.
Ok. Entonces sí fue un mes.
Puede decir.
3 semanas. Se puede decir que 3 semanas, dijo, porque el mes, no, o sea, las 4 semanas no lo estaba sedado, porque lo que te digo, que 2 semanas sí, pero ya para la tercera, ya cuando nosotros íbamos, ya en la tarde, ya en la noche, ¿te acuerdas? Ya estaba casi despierto o estaba despertando o ya cuando llegábamos al cuarto ya tenía los ojos como diciendo, pues, ahora, ¿por qué no han venido o por qué no están aquí?
Sí.
Ok. Thank you.
Thank you, mom.
¿Qué están haciendo ya?
Saluda a mis fans.
Bye.
Well, to summarize all that, she basically said for her it was like 3 weeks, but I'm counting it from like December 27th onward. So I say my dad was in the hospital for like at least a month.
Yeah.
But from that date, your mom was probably just talking about like in general. But my dad was always asleep, like for as far as I remember. And then
But, like,
towards the end of January,
my dad had a good memory though, even though he was like in that.
it was fading because he had a blood in his brain, so that and it was growing. Like he was actively bleeding into his brain. So
his left side of his brain.
Yes.
His left side of the brain was tilting to his right side of the brain.
Yeah, so it was like smushing. Literally, like its brain was just getting squished.
Yeah.
Just for the simple fact. So slowly he was losing like himself, but eventually we had to like sit on the right side of him just because he that's all he could move, just the right side, and he could only see out of the right side. So I feel like overall, that trauma that we lived as kids, that's like the biggest trauma we've lived so far. But in my head, I still am kind of like thankful that he didn't survive it, because knowing my dad, how he was, like how he, like you just literally said it earlier, he never stopped working, like always figured it out. Some like that's where I get my inspiration of like, okay, I'm gonna be fine. Like my dad figured it out eventually. I mean, maybe he like did sometimes feel like he couldn't do it, but if he did figure it out, so I could too. So that's something that as a kid you don't really think about until you're older and you are put into certain situations where you're just like pues qué hago, qué voy a hacer, like you know, like te quedas pensando. But so my dad was a very active person. Like his ass was up at 5 a.m. and he didn't hit the bed again until like maybe 6 7 p.m. at night, and that was just because we were already in bed. um so
Or
that
sometimes, or there was a moment
so
where he worked
for
all day and all night.
for us, like seeing him like not fully mobile, kind of like
It's shifted.
it would have been a torture for him to be alive till this day, 7 years later,
And him not be able to move.
and him not being able to like speak, move, anything, because he literally had a whole brain aneurysm, like just there. So that's what I'm telling you, like this is where the inspiration that comes like out, like I think it's like, well, how does Dario do it? Like, ¿de dónde saca tantas ganas? Him, literally, because I since day one, since like I have issue, like I could remember, his ass was always up, going doing something around the house.
He
If it
was never
wasn't,
like sat.
he was never
The
sitting down
the only time he was sitting down was probably
on a Sunday,
Saturday nights
on a Sunday or Saturday, but that was
watching his game.
his football game.
And then we'll come
Mexican
in, and
football.
then we'll come in because his game will always play noons at Saturdays, and be like, "Can we watch TV?" Ah, ahorita.
So, and remember when he used to play? He plays bets at work. They had like a little bet thing going on, like for the football games.
Yeah.
So like, that's the one thing I remember.
And then he watching them on Sunday morning in order to recap what happened, since he didn't get to watch them
Yeah, exactly.
because
So,
he loved his kids more, so he gave the control to his kids.
sometimes.
You always push me adelante.
Well, yeah, because you. So yeah, that's little memories here and there that occasionally come up. New Year's when they were playing Mexican music, because they started playing their dad came to mind a lot. It was just funny, like just to reminisce. Remember when was it? I'm trying to think. That was a while ago.
Wow.
Oh, when he would come, he was coming home from work because you could hear him from the
That's
corner.
you as fuck. Literally, every single time I know you. Well, now I get notifications when you're here, when you leave because of like 360. But back in the day when I didn't have technology, I can literally hear you around going around the block. How loud your music was.
That's how Dad was, especially when he was driving the white truck
The
around.
white truck, yeah,
And it was
he'll pull up
summertime.
into the
He had the windows down,
and he'll pull up into the driveway.
and and he like
and the whole house. Back in the day, our house used to be smaller. It used to be one level, 2-bedroom house, small kitchen, small living room. Dude, literally, he would like estremecer, like the whole house would vibrate when he would be
well,
there.
because he put an amp and he changed the speakers on the
My
truck.
dad was a badass.
So the truck was like boom, like you
Yeah.
could literally hear like,
And then boom, y luego, ya pisaste el alambre. Because he'll have this cord.
the wires were like still on the floor, and they weren't inside the.
I mean, not
inside
really.
the floor.
It'll just be on the edge, and then my
Uh-huh.
brother would sometimes step on them, or like sometimes without
Or
thinking,
my sister.
he'll move his foot, and then he'll step on the cord,
And
and
he
he's
goes,
like,
doo, doo, doo,
yeah,
and he's like, you stepped on the wire. And I was
yeah.
like, no, I didn't.
That was her.
That was her. And Jenny would just be like, I get out,
Get out of me. Well, today's podcast topic is about childhood and childhood memories and childhood traumas. So we just talked about traumas. And
that's the biggest trauma we have.
the biggest trauma, yeah.
Like overall,
Siempre,
like, everything else just seems so minute.
they always say, this is not about childhood trauma. This is more about like, lo que va a pasar in the future. I know that we're all human and that we're not all gonna be living to like 1000 BC or whatever. I don't know. I don't know.
BC is before Christ, pendejo.
Oh, AC or after Christ? 80
after death.
after death. But I can never picture myself without your mom. That's the thing. Like I know, like she's gonna have to go one day. Like and it, like picturing that is kind of like gets me like, ooh. Like I don't know.
But I mean, it's that's a time like that's so far away.
I hope
that
it's
right.
so
I mean,
far
right
away.
now you can't picture it because you depend on her so much. Like she feeds you, she buys you clothes. Even though you work,
She hasn't bought me clothes no more.
I know, but even though you work, she still is providing.
She still provides.
Shelter, food, and if you actually need it,
And that's
clothing. I mean, you grow up slowly. So eventually, when you're grown and you leave the house,
But
and
still, like
you're off doing your own thing.
I'm still
Ni de la pinche madre te vas a acordar.
I'm still off doing my own things.
Not really though. You still rely on mom to go pick you up.
True.
Or take you to the
But
game,
still,
or take you to this, take you to that.
It's my mommy.
Okay,
I don't
but
think
like
I'm ever gonna be.
that's what you say now, but I'm telling you, once you're grown,
I thought you were just a hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm 25 years old. I've been doing this. I've been doing my own thing for like a solid second now, and I'm telling you, like, I mean,
You always need your parents.
obviously, you're always gonna need your parents. I've always said that. I've always said that since Dad died, because it's always something that comes up. Always something that.
¿Y qué bien tratas tu madre? ¿Y qué bien tratas tu madre a veces?
We get into fights. That's still normal. That's the parent childhood thing. Because you gotta understand, your mom is still growing with us.
Yeah, but me and your mom haven't gotten into an argument in a fat minute. Ever since
Because you're always gone.
Ever since a certain person has left my life, we haven't gotten an argument.
She's been chill.
Yeah.
But so once you start doing your own thing,
well, I don't know.
You're just gonna not need your mom as much.
I know, but still, it pains me to picture that picture of maybe that one day.
I've learned to trust.
I'm like, hopefully she's in my funeral, and I'm not hers because I don't know. But let's change the topic. Let's go back to childhood.
Mood.
What do you think about your childhood? How was your childhood compared?
I mean, compared to yours, mine was a little bit harder. No, I'm kidding. Mine was a little bit. My parents did a good job at letting me be a kid for a while. You know, like I think I'm that last generation where like the internet wasn't as big, so we weren't paying too much mind into it.
Still with mine, it still wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
But
Yeah.
like I wasn't really.
By the time I was 12, brother. By the time I was 12, the internet was there was already Facebook. There was
maybe because you were already grown and you already knew what the internet was and you wanted the internet. But like me as a child, girl, I don't remember picking up like technology. Like I would just like sit down, watch the TV, and that would be it. And then go off to Sammy's.
No, we still would play on the computer. We
We
had like a
would?
whole ass. You had to turn it on and go take a minute. Load like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah! I remember, and then my dad bought a certain desk for it y todo.
They had like a
Yes, I
door.
remember, and I would get pissed off at the game. I'd be like, I'm done, and I go out to
Like, we
Sammy's.
would play cool math games.
Yes, I remember.
Or like the Nickelodeon website.
Or I'll be yelling at someone because I'm like, get off the internet, slow.
So there was that, and then we had DSs and the
Well,
Wii.
the DS is yeah. I remember
So
the
I'm telling you,
DSs.
like I think I'm the last generation where like the internet wasn't as big. So most of the time we were outside. So like that, me wanting to be outside kind of made you guys want to be outside. We were all play around.
Well, I always wanted to be at Sammy's house.
Sammy's house had she had like a cool.
Yeah,
well, I mean, she had more siblings.
She had a cool family.
So like there was
she had a bunch of animals.
more. There was a lot more going on.
Yeah, and I always wanted to be there.
It was just me and you and your sister.
Yeah.
And your sister would always get mad.
Yeah, she's like,
"Ya no juego."
No, because we would play hide and seek.
It was so we would like me and him would take we would do our turns. So I would do the seeking first, and then you would do the seeking, and then it was Jenny's turn. She wouldn't want to play anymore.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to.
Because first off, she wasn't good at hiding, and then second, she wasn't good at finding either.
Well, the girl would always wear like a vibrant pink shirt,
Yeah,
so like,
and she was kind of big,
and she was kind of big, so like you can always like be like,
right there's the marshmallow.
and then or sometimes we would she would find us and then we would run and she's like, guys, that's not me no more.
I found you.
Yeah,
you can't run away. That was just like that. Or we would play like touch or tag, but
Or freeze tag.
We would be like touch
or toilet. No, in school it was mostly toilet tag.
toilet tag.
Yeah, when you had to go like this until someone else like flushed you, and
What the
like so
hell?
like you'll be able back to run around again.
No.
But until like the tiger tagged you,
Freeze tag.
you turn into a toilet. But then that was like in like elementary,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, a little bit when it was like more fourth or fifth, it was freeze tag. You froze. Yeah.
Didn't matter what position.
Yeah, you froze.
Moved.
You followed the rules.
So yeah, my sister it was always funny. We're like trying to. We would always outrun her because she was like hefty, so she could barely run. But still, she would be like, "Ya no juego!" And she would just like literally sit on that little brick wall. She would be like, "Ya no juego!" And I'm like, "Okay, come on, Jenny." Like, she's like, "No, ya no quiero jugar." And she was like,
And then se le quitaba.
and then she would like tag, and then she was trying to run away.
I'm like, you fat ass bitch.
Like she would try so hard to run, and then it would take us like maybe like 3 little hops, and she was just like busting her ass trying to run.
I'm like,
Oh my gosh! You know what I remember? It was so funny to me. It was when we had bikes, and we would bike around, and then my sister had, she was a chunky girl. So imagine this like little chunky girl on this little itty bitty bike.
She still had a
with
training wheels,
and she would be like. Like, have you seen that elephant and the little bike?
Stop.
That was her.
Why are you making fun of your sister today?
I'm just saying that's what comes to mind.
Oh Lord.
That or when
I remember so bad that remember that one hill when you would go down to the river. So like you're not going to that guy, you're going to the river.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how it'd be such a steep hill, and we raced with Sammy and all of them and our bikes, and like we all ate shit. Well, I ate shit.
You ate shit.
I went flying. I fell off my bike. I lost control, and I went. And keep in mind we're Mexican, so we don't wear helmets.
Guess who got in trouble? Me. I'm like, it's not my fault that his ass fell.
Because I scraped my knee really bad. I'm trying to remember.
But yeah, as kids, we were always
out and about.
We were outside.
I can't remember. Do you remember that one summer it was real hot and you couldn't and like you would try to walk on the concrete or the cement and your feet would just burn?
No, because I never went barefoot outside.
Really? I remember just one time because I think I was taking out trash and like I think I just went barefoot. I was like, fuck.
Where?
At Yuri.
No, Judy had rocks.
I know. But but you know, going through the backside, it will be like a little.
It was like a patio.
The step in the patio, and I stepped on the patio. I was like, and just run. I'm like, run, run to the trash can.
Run to the trash can.
And you have to go up the neighbor's hill.
Yeah.
Because it would be the trash bin.
It was a huge trash bin.
Yeah, it was a huge ass trash bin. I'm trying to remember what other memories. No, because and then you get to high school, and then you just started staying more inside. Or middle school?
High school.
It was a high school?
Mm-hmm. I mean, we all eventually ended up growing up, so like being outside wasn't.
Yeah, I like, let's go play, brother. You're like, I don't know.
I just like sit on the couch.
Yeah, I'll be like, fuck you then. And I'll just run.
Fuck you.
Yeah. That's what I used to say. Because when I was a kid,
you couldn't say F. You couldn't say the F.
I couldn't say fuck, you know? And then so like let's say like a little two birds come down and land.
So Arain, if y'all don't know, Arain's nickname was Bird. Pájaro, and in Spanish, Bird, because like when he was like 2 years old, he would literally we had a screen.
Imagine
door.
A skinny ass kid with a big ass head, just.
Yeah, but it was funny. But we had a screen door, right? And he would literally wait by the screen, like he would stare out the screen door. And he would wait for birds to like land on the grass and like just mingle for a second. And he would slowly try to tiptoe to these birds. And obviously, every single time, like when he got close enough and the birds realized that he was close, they would fly away. So he would always be like, "Ah, cute," and he would come back all cholo and shit. And he would just like wobble back and forth, trying to come back to the house. Or we were outside, like anytime we were around a park or like at the beach
Or
or
just
something,
outside.
like just outside in general, he would always like look at birds and try to go sneak up on the
Nah,
birds.
because tell me why. I like one time I got real close and the bird still didn't know I was going down and reaching it, and I kind of got scared. I was like, I shouldn't be doing
like,
this.
El pájaro no me tiene miedo.
Yeah, I was like, I shouldn't be doing this.
Dale, cabrón. Dale, cabrón.
I'm like, I shouldn't be.
Te voy a un putazo, cabrón. Te voy a picotear,
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I just
poke your eyes out.
So I just ran away. I was like,
So yeah, there's. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of the time at the beach with your sister. That's a little different story for another day.
Girl, we know you need to
No,
say it.
we gotta.
It's childhood memories.
No, we're gonna.
You
keep,
have to
we're gonna
say it.
keep it in the memories.
No, you have to say it.
No,
It was funny.
Keep it in the memories.
Why?
Because
Your
sister's not here to defend herself.
Your sister's grown.
Exactly. No, but we always took family trips to the beach. That was my parents' vacation. So
One day. I think that's where we're so
one
used to.
day out of the week.
I think that's where we're so used to.
In the summertime.
And that's it.
That's literally it would be like a weekend for them, and that's it.
Yeah.
But the weekend was like going out to the beach. Like the beach was like
Indiana Beach,
or I think we went up to Lake Michigan one time. And then El Aguito, the little pond that we have here in town, like that was like
France Park.
Yeah, that was like our little
Beach
vacation.
day.
Yeah, literally.
The smell. Ugh.
Smell of like swamp water.
Yeah, I can't bear it no more.
I'm
Like once I go back, I'm like, once you go to Michigan, you can't go back.
I'm so delicate now. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like, I don't belong in those
want-
waters.
like, I'm not ghetto like that.
Yeah, you see me there. You see me up there next week. I'm like,
Clip dive in.
but honestly, I can't remember that much. I remember so little.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember so much.
Like what?
All the birthdays. My birthday was that Christmas when I turned 14. They got the Wii. They bought us the Wii. So like there's that whole birthday party was all of us, and there's family videos of.
I wish we can invite you guys. Be like, come on.
There was all of us like
You know,
literally
like,
dancing. I just dance. So like
I don't remember that.
California girl.
Just
That's the only.
remember
That's the song. Every time that song plays, like I remember that. What else do I remember? All the birthdays like I've gotten so far, like since
I can't remember really.
like every single house. My aunt would always make me cake. I was always so special. I felt very special every single time.
I'm trying to remember.
New Year's, we usually spend it at your aunt's or one of our aunt's house. It was always fun. Now, like everybody's grown and everyone's
boring now.
doing their own thing.
Everyone thinks they're grown and whatever in their childhood, their inner childhood can't come out. Girl, you're all boring. I'm like, no what?
Or like we were watching the Mario movie the other day because it's on Netflix now. And remember I was telling you that story, like our DSs.
Jenny's so my sister would always want to play, and so we'll give her the control, but we wouldn't connect.
Oh, that's for the PlayStation.
Oh, the PlayStation.
I'm talking about the DSs. Yeah, if you like, comment down if you remember the DSs. The DSs were like that little the flip phone thing. That had two screens. They had the two screens, and we had the Mario game.
Yeah,
and like it had mini games you could play.
The little chips.
Yeah, the little chips.
And we were like, yeah, yellow berries, and no, you stop it. And I remember my mom bought us all like cases.
Yeah,
like
and we all had like games.
Yeah, we all had like our individual games. And then they were like, "Can I trade it? Can you play this one and I can play this one?" You're like,
yeah. Or like eventually, I think you could like stream, like not stream it, but you could share it with like multiple players. So we did that, and like we were playing this like the Mario games, like all the Mario mini games where like there was like a bomb or like it was like driving a car.
I hated those games. I never won.
It was so funny though because every time your sister would be so mad because le tocaba so, like she would like the game. Okay, like the game was like the bomb game where like you had to blow out the match before it hit the bomb, and the bomb would explode and you would die, or like the game would be over for you at least. So like it was always like Jenny's turn, and she would always lose. And I can't turn again. I was just like, oh my god. So then and then eventually it was always us two playing, but it was so funny that watching the movie just reminded me of that.
My mom says que yo era un niño travieso. Like she said that I would just be chismoso. So like whatever my mom say, I went and did too. So like there was a certain point where I grabbed the pots. Was it pots or pans? I think it was a pot.
The pots.
I would grab the pots and I would be vacuuming.
Oh yeah, he would take the pot, like the pot with the handle. He was just
Yeah.
like,
Vacuuming. Yeah.
God, I don't know what the hell he was doing. He was
I was
just.
vacuuming the floor. I was bored.
I mean, I look back and I look back at pictures and
let me
crazy.
expose it real quick, so
It's
y'all can see. You better not
crazy.
cut this out. You
I
better
will.
you better add the edit to it.
No,
Guys, look at him.
stop,
Look at him.
stop.
Gotta make sure. Can you see? They can. Wow, look at that. Ready? Next picture.
He said next picture.
Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that was him. Wasn't he fucking ugly kid? I think he was an ugly kid. I think I was cuter than you. I'm not gonna lie. Not to make it a competition or anything. But I think I was cuter. I think I'm still cute. Mm-hmm. It's okay to be jealous, baby.
Me jealous of you? No, thank
Yeah,
you. I'm good. I'm great. Ew.
Oh, my neck pop.
You can smell the head.
Stop. Fuck you. You see how they
Stinky
bully
ass.
me here?
But yeah, so
Well.
like it's fun. It's nice to remember all that kind of stuff.
Do you remember each other?
Huh? ¿Qué dijo?
I remember that you guys used to bully me like that. Literally, I would because
Oh,
when I would talk, I would stutter.
He had a stuttering issue.
I did.
And they're like, what?
I wanted to talk so fast. I would just stutter, and I still do it to this day sometimes. But like, it's very hardly rare that now that I do it because now that I was in speech class, I feel like I got lots of more confidence. So like, I know how to say my words, and I slow down a little bit more because that's why I've noticed the white people talk slow. They like to talk slow. That's why they don't understand us when we talk fast.
Yeah, because like we're Hispanic, so we're just like constantly like
So
spelling out
yeah,
words.
and we're so used to talking so fast. So like I remember like when I'm talking to my white friends, like I'm like slow down because they won't understand you, right? But like I always wanted to talk so fast, like talk to you or talk to my mom because I was so excited to tell her or like whatever happened at school or this and that, and then so like I would just be talking to my mom. And then I would stutter. I would start like stuttering, and then my dad would be like, "¿Qué dijo?" And I'd be like, I don't want to say it no more. I'll just be stormed. I just stormed off or just walk away. Yeah, I would just walk away. I'd be like, "Fuck you
yeah,
guys."
he had a huge ass stutter.
Yeah, and then that's when he's like, "¿Qué dijo?" Basically translates to, "What did he say?" Like trying to make fun of me. I'll be like, "It's not funny. Like that's a trauma."
That's funny.
Another thing, do you remember when I don't know what happened that your sister did, that dad got mad, and then
she ran into the wall. Okay, not saying that we were like abused as children.
We weren't.
But like we did deserve an ass
A
whooping.
good spanking.
Right? Like it was just that. It wasn't like
It wasn't like every day type of vibe. No,
it wasn't.
maybe
like,
for my sister it was because she was a trouble kid.
We weren't like in danger of getting murdered, right? But once I honestly don't remember what Jenny. I don't remember what Jenny.
I don't know what she did
or what she did. But the one thing is, I remember as I was watching TV.
We were
watching TV, and the way the living room was set up was like the love seat was here, and the couch was this way, and there was a wall, and then the TV was up against this wall, and then there was like a door frame right next to the TV. Not right next to the TV,
and then
there was like
parents.
There was like a good solid like 2 feet space between the.
I'm like, how the fuck did she
door frame to the kitchen to the TV? And we had a big,
what a huge ass TV.
A huge ass TV. What my dad had.
What I remember of.
And it still had a box in the back. So it wasn't a flat screen, but it was like, I mean, it was like a plasma, but it was like with the old ones with the big back. And I don't know what my sister did, and like my dad's like chasing her around, and then like she's like no puppy, no puppy, no puppy, and then she like looked back to see if my dad was still following her, And then like she kept running though, like she was like looking back and running at the same time. So she was doing like this, and then all you hear is like you just
No,
hear, like,
it was
loud.
It was like
you hear like this loud like
it was
smack
like that.
right dead on the fucking wall between the door frame and the TV. And my mom
She hit the thermostat
she did, there was a thermostat right there. So she hit the thermostat
and the wall.
and the wall. But my mom had like a little decor desk thing.
Yeah.
Like a little I like a corner table
Like
there with like Jesus with the like literally Jesus and his staff and
Yeah.
like this like mirror, and all you see the mirrors go like and you just had to be there to understand. Oh my god.
And we just went
In that moment you started laughing so
and then she started crying more. So like it was even
She's
more
like,
funny.
"No se ría!" You're like cracking up. My dad even too. My dad stopped and like he like paused for like a second. And he wanted to laugh so hard.
And then my mom told us like he started laughing when he entered the bedroom, not because it was funny, because when he finally put her to bed, and then he walked out, and we were so buzzing our asses off watching like George Lopez probably, and then he was like, "You guys are next," and then so like with the straight face, like he looked pissed the fuck off, and then he walked in the bedroom just cracking ass laughing. I was like, "Girl."
I was like, "This is your daughter. You're over here laughing
Laughing at your daughter that hit herself in the wall. The bitch makes it clown of herself sometimes.
It was so funny because she bounced straight out. I can't right now.
And she shook the whole house too. It was like when Dad walked in. Lord.
No, but like y'all should have been. I should have recorded that. Oh my god.
Why did she have a scar here?
The mall here in town, the old mall, had a fountain. And
The one that I also got a scar.
Yeah,
My scar.
Yeah, if you see his eye, he has a little scar.
A little close up.
Ew.
If you look at my eyeball.
Ew, stop.
But if you look at my eye, I have a little scar. Ah! Oh, that hurt my toupee.
It went back a little bit. Hold on. Let me fix it. Hold on.
Ow.
Anyways, so the fountain was made out of rock. Like it had like rock seating.
Yeah.
And like your sister kept playing around. My dad was like, "Te vas a caer, te vas a caer," and she's like, "Nah," "Te vas a caer." That's good. And that's why she has like a little gash on her eyebrow.
Que bien se lo merece.
She started that trend.
She was like ahead of her time.
She was ahead of her. Like she was like 5, so she was like way ahead of her time.
I think I didn't fall in, but like
but you fell like on the side.
I fell on the side, and then I got a scar on my eyeball because my mom went into the store, and she was like, to my dad, mi mamá le dijo a mi papá, agarra ese niño porque se te va a caer, and my dad was like, nah, he's fine, he's chilling.
And then he went.
Yeah, and then I went
right on the side.
And all you hear is,
and then he has like, look at this.
Yeah.
It was just funny. That's why you look more Asian from one side.
It's like my natural wing.
It's gotten bigger over time, though.
Really? No.
Yeah, it used to be a lot smaller. Well, I mean, obviously you were smaller.
My face was smaller. What do you expect?
Trying to say you have a bigger head. Now he's gonna hide it like this.
No, I don't mind my scar. I have this huge scar
on your leg.
On my leg. This is not childhood trauma. Oh, it's not even part of my childhood. It's part of my like young. But I have this scar on my leg. If you see right here, IG. So it was the summer before 6th grade started. So probably
warp motion.
2018? No. That advice 2017. 5th grade was 18, 19. Yeah.
Is that when you felt on the grate?
Yeah. Yeah. So
my mom had taken out the
what's it called, the
cover for where your heat comes from.
Yeah.
Or like your air, like
el rociador.
They call it rociador, but I can't think of the English name for it right now. Your vent.
The air vent.
The air vent.
There we go. So like because it was your mom wanted to be clean. She wanted to be very nice and clean. And after that, se le quitó de andar limpiando los the air vents. She wanted to take care of the air vent, and so like she sprayed them down with water, and so like she sprayed them down and she put soap. But this was outside. She sprayed them down with the hose, and I was doing that, right. I was spraying them down, like putting like soap on them, and then like washing them with the broom, and then spraying them again, whatever, taking off the dirt. And then she put me to clean the windows, right? So I started clean. I cleaned one side of the dining room, because in our dining room we have a big window that takes cover like the whole wall. And then so like I was just cleaning it, and then I got to the middle one, and then for some reason I backed up. To like, because I think my mom started talking to me, so I backed up and went to her. And then so like without even caring, I just I wasn't paying attention down to the floor, because my sister already put one on there, or like whatever, she put it on there. And then so like literally, so with all confidence, I walked and stepped, and I just went whoop, and I fell in, like my whole foot fell in there. Yes, literally my whole foot fell in there, and I was like oh, and then so I just got out. I was like, okay, there's nothing. And then, but like I saw my bone, like I saw the white part of just like hanging out.
It wasn't your bone.
It was my bone, because this is your shin. This is your shin part. So
yeah, but you were chunkier then.
no, this is when I was skinny.
Stitches?
No, I didn't. They couldn't stitch me up, because if this part of my skin is so flaccid that they put tape. Because they said if they were able to stitch it, it would just fall apart. Like my skin would just like fall.
Yeah.
With the stitching. So I never got stitches, but that scar is there. And I was just like, girl. I remember because and then my mom me pozole.
¡Pinche pendejo! ¿Qué hiciste?
No, because I was like, Mom! I'm mad! I was yelling for my mom. I was no cámara. No, I wasn't stuck. I was just sitting because by that time I fell in. So I was just sitting, like hanging out, and so I had my butt here. I was like, Mom! And she was like, what did I do?
No, she's like, pinche
no, and then she just started rapping.
¿Por qué no te fijas?
No me dijo nada de eso. She's like, ay, Arain, ay, ¿qué te pides hacer? Ay, madre mía. And then she just started wrapping me up with like paper. And then so she's like, ay, like hold it there. And I was just like, okay, but like it didn't hurt though. Like I was just mostly shocked at like how much blood was just coming out. It was just dripping down my leg. It was just ugly and nasty. I was just like in shock. I was like, what do I do now?
He's like, hay que llevar al niño al hospital.
No, because my dad already falleció. That's why I remember, because it was going to sixth. I was going into sixth grade.
Where was I then?
You were working.
Oh shit.
Because I remember she called our cousin to take me down to the hospital. Braulio.
Oh yeah.
Me marcó.
And you were all like,
yeah, because I remember looking at the niño, and next to me. Yeah, I was like,
I'm like, ¿qué pasó?
And then I got home.
Me caí.
Yeah, and then we ate pozole. That pozole was so good. We still have some downstairs.
Pero me caí.
Yeah, me caí. Or was it tamales? Because I remember.
I don't remember.
I remember mi tía Irma went. Fue a la casa. Mi tía Irma fue a la casa. So
I don't have scars.
I have scars, and then I have this one. I can't remember which one. This one.
Probably when you fell off the bike.
Most likely.
But even though I was an outside kid, I don't have scars.
This was recently from when one of my look, I have two right here. When one of my friends spiked me with their spikes. And that's it. That's all the trauma I have. I have mostly, and then I have cuts on my hands because of being in the kitchen and all that.
No, I don't really have scars. Unless you consider these calluses scars, but not really. It's funny there to your mom was like, your hand. I was like, what? It's like, because one of my traumas was when I turned 12 and my dad was trying to. My dad was trying to force me to change a tire, right? And let's just say my dad was not the most patient man on this planet.
I got that from him.
So like he dragged me out this hot summer ass day, and he was trying to change his tires from the winter tires over to the summer tires, which the summer tires were like a lot more like sleek and like he had the chrome rims and everything, you know. So he was trying to change those, and so he was teaching me, but then like when it came down to like getting the bolts off, I could not get the bolts off or whatsoever. So like imagine this 12-year-old ass kid trying to like change this tire. The bolts aren't even like
bolting.
they're not budging whatsoever.
twisting.
Like they're not even twisting. Like I couldn't even twist the bar.
He couldn't either.
And he couldn't either. That's the thing. Your mom told me later that he was like no, Teddy, si pues también me pega las pinches chingaderas, pues pobre muchacha. He was just yelling at me. He would yell me. He told me everything I was, even if I was gonna die of. You know, like he was just like pissed that I couldn't get this tire off.
Well, you were the man. You had to learn how to change a tire.
So I like my whole art, like my knuckles.
Your dad was really impatient because
my dad wasn't not patient at all. So then I got blisters and I started crying and my mom was like, "Oh, I have blisters and they hurt." But now that she's like, "Ves, eso es por andar en el pinche gym. Es por andar en el pinche gym." Because my hands and your hands are different.
I don't have. I hate lifting with
but I'm over here like lifting heavy shit. So
I hate
love working out.
I'd rather just go for a fucking 8-mile run and then
you know what he did? You know what your dad did?
What?
He went to a car shop and they had to like they had to gun the gun off the fucking bolts. Because that's why, because they gunned them in when they changed the tires before winter. Yeah. So I was just like,
no,
he's over here having me do it with the crowbar.
I know that your dad's so impatient is because when we this Friday when we went down to Laffy and your mom wanted to change the windshield wipers, right? And then at the same time we went to this one place for your sister to apply for a job. And then so what ended up happening was I told your mom, I was like, hey, like while we're waiting, like I can change the windshield wipers. Let me just Google it. And then she was just like, no, I don't trust you because you're very impatient. And then the last time your dad tried to change the windshield wipers, like he broke them. Girl, all you had to do is go like this, click, drag down, and that was it. And the same thing, and then just same thing for the other one, just click. Bam.
I think the one that Dad's bought where like you had to like weave it in because there's a hook.
There's a hook, yeah.
But you have to like weave it in like a certain way for them to like act, because if you just like don't make sure they're on the right when it goes to like wipe the fucking windshield, they're just gonna fly off.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, I was just like, this is so easy. I'm like, how did Dad break one of these?
Because the one he got, you had to like open the case and like feed the hook in and then close the case, but it had to be like just right for it to close. If it not, it would like fly off.
Back in the days.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
More complicated ones. Do you went all the way to Lafayette for windshield wipers?
Yeah, the one, your mom wants everything
for the Nissan.
For the Nissan. Yeah.
I told her you could easily get them at the auto shop, but okay.
How much do they would cost at the auto shop?
Probably like $40 for a pair.
It was 53 in Laffy.
Oh.
It was cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so like, and it's better that way because that way I don't have to like be like looking at sizes and be like, oh, okay, it's this size, and then no, it's not this size.
It's this size,
and it's not
too big,
yeah,
it's too small.
Yeah, so better not deal with that.
But yeah, that's as much as I remember as of right now. You kind of put me on the spot today, but yeah, it's crazy to see how far we've come.
Yeah, big time. Like sometimes I regret not doing sports in middle school. Not middle school, elementary, because I would hear kids be talking about like track and all of that, like during elementary kids, because you in the morning announcements be like, oh, so and so run the race and blah blah blah, the time was blah blah blah, which was like they got first place, and I was like, oh, I want to run, I want to do that, but like I never got to it because I was just like, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do, I'm scared to stay over school. I don't know why I was so traumatized staying after school.
Really? How would stay after school?
It scared me to stay after school. Like if I felt like I had to get on that bus and go home. Like I was scared.
No,
Like, I was like, how am I
I
gonna
stayed
get
up.
home? How am I gonna get home? Like, you know?
Like they couldn't go pick you up.
Yeah, it was that type of trauma.
I'm dead.
I was like, no.
No, I stayed after school.
For what?
I would, because English was my second language.
Oh.
So in the beginning, like I needed the extra support
by the end of
on-
the, by the end of 5th grade.
No, like
No, for me, I
second, third,
remember
fourth.
I stayed for math class. It was
Oh.
4th grade.
I was like, it was like mostly second, third, fourth. I got help with my homework and I got help with my English. Even though it's still not good because sometimes I'm like blah, 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 about it, but
Miss Brown.
mm-hmm.
But I can't remember any childhood memories. That's about it.
Yeah.
The bunnies.
Oh my gosh,
The
the
Titanic.
bunnies. Oh my god. Okay, so like the bunnies. Well, during like April, I want to say April, whenever Easter is. Usually bunnies,
April.
they birth their children, right? So
No, I think Easter's in March. No.
I don't know. Anyways, so it's usually around Easter when they birth, but the bunnies give birth. Um, so there was a bunny that birthed in our yard that one year, and obviously like my dad would be like, "Don't go touching
It's March 31st.
like don't touch the bunnies because you're gonna put your scent on them, and then the mom bunny's not gonna want to feed them."
Yeah, he's gonna kick them out. I was like,
and stuff like that. So I was like,
wow.
okay, but we still like were curious to see like them like
The baby bunnies
like
grow.
babies form. So like for a while like I would just go and like look, like I would literally take out the fur with a stick and then like look inside and see like these like naked little rats for a hot second. Eventually they actually turned into like actual bunnies. But by the time they actually turned into actual bunnies, Jenny had found them too. And like one time
She's a mass murderer.
she is a mass
She should go
murderer.
to jail for this.
She had a stick and like she poked the stick through the hole and she killed one of the bunnies. He popped like his intestines, so he died. It was sad.
Did you hear it?
No, like it didn't make a noise. It was like the other bunnies like moves out of the way, but he got stuck like right under the stick. So and Jenny, I'm telling you, Jenny was a big girl. So like her like hand was heavy compared to a itty bitty bunny. So that bunny died.
And then you cried.
So I was pissed. I was like mad. And then so I made a little paper coffin for them. We buried those bunnies.
You did, not me.
No, I did. I was like, oh.
I was like, it's okay, brother.
So yeah, I made a paper coffin. This is when I was really creative. So I figured out how to make a box. Out of like a paper, take paper, like flat paper, and like turn it into a box. Turn it into a box. Put the bunny inside. And closed it, and then we went to go bury it like
In our backyard.
And I made a little cross.
Yeah, he did.
With sticks.
And
I planted it. And then eventually, I think the mom stopped coming around, and they all started dying off.
Yeah. They couldn't fend for themselves.
Yeah. So and then slowly we're just like every day, like every other day, we're burying a bunny.
Yeah.
But
it was like
by the time everyone was all over, there was like 6 little graves. It's just like.
Y la comadre. ¿Y comadre qué es eso? Ah, no se preocupe, comadre. No se preocupe.
Son los conejos de aquí. And obviously, it was a wild bunny. Like it wasn't like
it wasn't like
a bunny that you pet. Like it wasn't a pet bunny. But still, like it was sad. Like these bunnies, like my sister's a mass murderer.
She is a mass murderer. Like the bitch should go for jail for it. And she didn't even say sorry ni nothing.
No, she was like, meh.
Yeah, she
like, why was it there?
Yeah, she didn't give 2 fucks about it.
I was like, those were my children at the time.
And then the Titanic.
Oh my god, Titanic. Okay, so
I don't know what, bro. We were this kid especially was such a creative kid when he was like, I went about. I was just like,
I mean, even though we were outside. And like
your imagination was wild.
My imagination was big. Like I had a big ass imagination. I don't know what has happened. Maybe because I've grown and just gotten sadder over time. But that creativity has like slowly vanished. But this is the time where this was after Titanic. I watched the movie Titanic and like I was obsessed with this movie. Like I loved this movie. And thanks to this one, my English teacher in 6th grade that showed me this movie. She was like, "Oh yeah," she like let me borrow like the cassettes, not the CD, the cassettes.
The
This was like a special
cassettes.
edition 2 cassette
When did you watch it?
bundle. What do you mean?
So when did you watch it?
I was in sixth grade,
You were what? 12?
12, 13.
Should give you a rated R film.
I mean, by that time everybody's seen everything already.
Not me.
And so like our neighbor had like bushes up against like this fence.
What type of bushes?
Hmm?
What type of bush?
It was just like bush, like a regular green bush.
It was our front neighbor. Because remember, en frente it was Silvia.
Right, but that was like the backyard.
And then behind Silvia's house, it was like a little playground. But it was their own backyard, but it just had a swing set and like a slide.
But there was like bushes, like it was like
Yeah.
that lined their yard, and like between the bush and the fence,
It was like
there
a mini forest.
like a space. We were all kids, so we were all small. So like, and then somehow like the bush created like this doorway to be able to get into it, and like literally we had like we went behind the bushes and we were stuck in between the fence, and we like cleaned that place up. Like
You did.
Like we got the leaves out, like all the bad twigs. And
I think they started noticing. They were like,
yeah, and like you gotta understand, there's like along this line of like the fence. The fence was long, so we cleaned it all out, right? And then like there was this weird where they weren't so straight. It was kind of like it was straight, and then it would like bump out. So in that bump out, we had like our the fireplace, and like the living room area.
He's such an idiot.
I was so stupid back then. We were all because todos me seguían el pinche juego.
Yeah.
Todos me seguían el pinche juego. Or even then, like the bushes like came into a corner, and like there was more bushes, but we couldn't get in between those because like they actually like stuck them close enough to the fence. So, but in that corner, it made another doorway to go out to the street. So like that was like the back exit, the back exit of Titanic. So like we were so stupid. Like it was so fun, but at the same time it was like
I remember just running through it.
Now just like looking back, I'm like, God damn, what the hell? And we did a chandelier with twigs. We get this like big branch that like it was a big branch from a tree, and like we had like somehow weaved it into like for it to like drop in like this, and we were all like, oh, like yeah. It was something else.
Can I have some tea?
I mean, that was my childhood. Like I was so creative back then, like drawing and like just coming up with games and stuff like that. Yeah, it was funny.
I just mostly remember the outside things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, remember, speaking of that, remember when we were playing tag with our neighbors' kids, and like their daughter was like, somebody was it. I can't remember who was it. I think it was Jenny. It's always Jenny. And we're running, and like we're running up this street.
It's like a family friend. There's their whatever their kids. We're playing tag. You were it.
No, I was not it.
Or was it Hector? And
no,
de Ruby and
I think so.
Was it Hector?
Because
we were all ball up as a group.
Yeah, like we were. It was like a group of like 8 kids that were just like come.
Yeah,
and like the neighborhood kids would come together.
And it'll be our neighbor's friend, whatever. It was she was more my brother's age, and then
she was closer to my age. Like she was like young-ish. But the funny thing is, like, kind of like similar to that other story of my sister running against the wall. We were outside, we were running up the street, and like, I think she was trying to look back.
Like she looked back.
Like she was looking back, but she was still running. She was still running,
and she had long ass legs.
She was a tall girl.
Yeah,
and she like literally turned and. She got like smacked right in her forehead or face with a stop sign. Like it was a stop sign in the corner. And she was just like running, and she went like this. She smacked. Yeah, the stop sign like literally moved like this. How hard she hit it.
That was so funny. I remember, and I was just like. Because I was like right behind her,
like 3-year-old kid.
Yeah, and I was just like. Like, are you okay?
Yeah, and I was running right next to her. Like we were running next to each
Yeah.
other, so I was just like,
Damn, I was a fast kid. Look at me. I was keeping up with you guys. Y'all middle schoolers.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
And then I remember we would race running as well, and you
Mhm.
would always win.
But the thing, you know what made it funnier? That moment was that she had a Willy Wonka haircut. It's like a bob, but I call it the Willy Wonka haircut. So at that time, the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory movie came out. So like she was like she
The
had
bob
hair.
cut.
She had her hair like right
Mhm.
here. All you see is boom. Her hair just
Ay, que te fuiste así.
Oh my gosh, man! It was.
And then the other one, her sister.
Mm-hmm.
I remember her too. Her sister. También she was playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were all close in age.
Yeah, or like remember there was one summer we just hanged out at night and we just rode our bikes at night.
Oh yeah, and they were playing like hide and go seek in the dark.
Yeah, in the dark.
The good old times. I miss those times.
Let's go play hide and seek.
Mood. No, I just really
It's
do.
not the same vibe anymore.
It's not, but like now that we're older, but like I don't know. Life was so much simpler back
It was
then.
so much simpler.
Like all I have to worry about was
School.
and homework, and wanting to be outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And
it.
now it's just all like
Now is everything like we're all grown up and
darkness, my friend.
adulting. I don't want to adult anymore.
That's how I feel right now.
Mhm.
But it's a new year, so we have to be excited. We have to be happy and jolly, and we have to be prepared for 2024.
We're just ready to take on this new year.
We're ready to take on the world.
Start-
Who run the world? I do.
Start fresh. Start
Who run
fresh.
this mother? Who run this mother? I do. I run the world.
No, of course you do.
I am
But
Beyonce.
anyways, we just want to make sure you guys had a happy new year.
Yes, a very nice, happy, and
Comment down
Jolly
below
New
if
Year.
you like feel the vibes are different. I feel
yes, I feel like
they're different.
2024 is gonna be a good year for
Yeah.
all of us. Hopefully,
And
whatever
also
it is.
comment down below what
your
You-
favorite childhood memory.
your favorite childhood memory and what your goal is for this year. Like what 2020, what you want 2024.
And y'all better comment because y'all never comment. Ugh,
And like and
it's kind of getting frustrated.
like, share, and subscribe. Like and share.
Don't be shy to comment.
We're stupid, so we need more stupid people.
They're not stupid.
to
They're
like us.
intelligent. They're intelligent and beautiful.
We love our fans.
Yes, we love our fans.
We love our subscribers. But we want to grow more. So this is one of the goals this year is to grow.
For this channel.
So we can't do that without your guys' help. So
Yes.
please like, share, subscribe.
do all we have to do.
For real. It'll be on TikTok too, so share that TikTok.
I think it's time to go.
All right. Well, have a good night.
Night.
Or
Whenever you're watching
have a
this.
night, day.
Have a great evening. Have a great day. Have a
afternoon,
great
have a good
morning.
weekend.
Hope you have a great day, sweetie. Make sure you drink your cup of joe. Nice and ready. Have a good day at work. Have a good day at school. Or wherever you're at.
All right.
Or have a good buena sentada. You know what I mean.
La riata. All right. With that being said, bye guys. We'll see you soon.